and I'm here to interview this lovely family right here of cosplayers that I found at LA Comic-Con. Can y'all introduce yourselves? I'm going to start here and work my way that way.
Liliana Plummer.
I'm Jeff Plummer.
Kyle Plummer. And I'm Carlos Plummer.
All right, and who is everyone cosplaying? I think I know one of the characters here. So if you could, same order, let us know who you're cosplaying today.
Anna from Overwatch.
I am Grillmaster 76 from Overwatch.
I'm Shaun of the Dead. And I'm Spider-Man from Far From Home.
Excellent. So what made you choose these cosplays, and where did you kind of get started from them? And I guess raise your hand if you want to answer this question.
So I've been cosplaying since about 2014. Spider-Man is my favorite character, especially in the Marvel universe, and I relate to him so much, and that he was the first ever cosplay I created. So when the new movie came out and I found the new suit, I was like, it's kind of a no-brainer. And so I got the suit and I embellished it a bit, painting more webs. And I kind of like to go all in with my cosplays. I don't like to just kind of, do it on the surface. So I try and do as much as I can. So that's where this came from.
Carlos got us into it, and then we all started racking our brains every year about who we could be. My wife and I try to do couple type cosplay, and then they pick from their favorite films. And
well, Shaun of the Dead is like one of my favorite movies, so I just had to go with that. Yeah.
Can't argue with any of those. Are all great answers. So for those that are new to cosplay, how would you recommend starting on a cosplay? How did y'all get started or choose a character? I mean, you choose these characters.
I would recommend, try, the sky's the limit with what you can do as far as creativity is concerned. And it doesn't have to be entirely pinpoint screen accurate. You can really take liberty with the characters. You can, if you don't have access to a 3D printer, you can use cardboard, you can use foam, you can do whatever you want to bring to life whatever character you want. And there's always materials and resources out there at craft stores, and even at kind of, coalitions that I found at schools. Even if you're a student at college or high school, you can kind of group together and, kind of with the help of technology and craftsmanship, you can create some really amazing things. So I would recommend just, really, going as high up as you can, try and get that dream cosplay you've always wanted to do, but just always be mindful of, how much you're spending, and because it can get costly, but it's all about fun and creativity and how much fun you're having wearing it.
Absolutely. Speaking of budget and fundings, do you have any particular free resources available either online or like the one you mentioned in school that you would recommend to folks just starting off in cosplay or they're cosplaying on a budget?
Well, Amazon is your best friend. You can get a lot of cheap materials there, but also friends. If you're, like I said, if you're a student, if you have an art class, if you need help creating something, there are also some makerspace workshops all over the nation that have access to 3D printers and programs and stuff like that you can use to create whatever you want. Another free resource, that I've always used is just tutorials on YouTube, how to sew, how to use EVA foam, and just try and budget what you're doing, and everything can be done on a low budget, whatever you want to do.
Thrift stores are a good resource for things. Not at Halloween time though, because their prices go up at that time. But we do a lot of that. I just wanted to say, Carlos's first cosplay we could safely say was Woody from Toy Story. He was about 8 years old, and we were going to Disneyland, so we put our heads together and we went and found all the materials and we put together the outfit. I know, like he says, it wasn't exact, but it was pretty accurate. And so I don't know if I started that.
No, that's great. As long as your heart's in, as long as you're having fun, and that's one of the main things about cosplay. So, going off that, what is your favorite thing about cosplay? I'm gonna start here.
Okay.
Yep.
I think the favorite thing is obviously getting everything on and coming here, but seeing the creations that are here, they're amazing. And, the people who take it really seriously and do it, it's just amazing to see what they create, and that's what's fun to me.
And meeting all the people here, and it's a very tight community here, and everybody's very supportive. No one judges your costume and says that's not right or whatever. So I feel it's a really good community of support.
Yeah, just 1 second. I think my favorite thing is probably the reaction, seeing people's faces light up when they see someone that they love. So, yeah.
My favorite thing besides reactions and creation is actually interacting with like all the kids, because I do a lot of superhero cosplays. So seeing all the little kids' reactions is like absolutely fantastic, because their day just gets made. It's like they're seeing their favorite character come to life, and I do my best to try and embody a character as much as I can. And it's just a lot of fun interacting with people, as well as interacting with all the other cosplayers and seeing how much talent they're putting into their work.
Absolutely. And I think one of my last questions is, if you were to listen to a cosplay lifestyle, cosplay community podcast, what topics would you like to hear covered? Does anyone want to start off on this one?
I would really like to hear a lot of tips about, convention etiquette, which I think is an important topic, as well as topics about like how to get better at like embodying characters a bit, and know when to be in and out of character, and know what's appropriate and inappropriate, but also in a general way, just some tips of different aspects of the craftsmanship I think would be really cool to talk about as well, especially wigs.
Well, we're definitely going to cover wigs at some point. Does anyone else have any topics?
Maybe how to select what's appropriate for maybe your age, or how to find out, stay on top of what's popular and what is current, what people like would be important.
I think what Carlos said pretty much sums it up. Yeah, I don't know.
You're totally okay.
Yeah. Just where to start, when you begin the process. So, yeah, that's always the hardest part.
Yep, absolutely, all great ideas. I'm have someone writing those down right behind me as we speak. And how best can we follow you, support you in your cosplay endeavors, Instagram handles, etc.?
Yeah, Instagram is Gubinator0101_cosplay, and you can give yours if you want.
Yeah, mine's more photography driven, but it's Kyle Plummer _96, Plummer with 2 M's.
Mom and Dad, do you have?
Pretty much with them, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm Tika Lili, TICALILI at Instagram.
And I'm JP Cambria at Instagram.
Well, awesome. Thank you so much for taking time to talk to us, and have a great Comic-Con.
Thank you.